Hello, my name is Cameron Evans, and this is my persuasive speech. Coffee, the wake-up boost. Some of us need coffee on a daily basis, including me, because I won't be able to wake up without it. And even both my kids know not to talk to me or anything. They can tell when I haven't had a cup. Coffee is a very popular drink in most of the country, from the amazing smell to the different flavors you can add to your coffee drinks. Let us look at how it all works. Coffee beans come out of cherries and are harvested in many different countries. They're a little bit different than the cherries we eat. There are two types of beans used to make coffee. Arabica beans have to be babied more because they're not as robust on the tree, and they end up having 50 to 60% less caffeine than Robusta beans. Robusta beans are used more for blends and instant coffees. There are several different strengths in coffee. Some are very strong like espresso, and several of them are much milder like blondes. They range from light roasted all the way to medium roasted up to dark roasted, with many different undertones like chocolate or a fruity taste. Let's look back at the history of how coffee got its name. Before coffee was named, it was called wine of Arabia because the Arabs first harvested it. The clergy at the time thought it was a bad drink, so they called it bitter invention of Satan. The history of how coffee came into being is interesting, as is how important we have made it in our culture. The origin and history of coffee continues to influence the way we come together and converse with each other, as well as using it as a trade with other countries. When we first started this class, do you remember when Professor Williams offered to meet us at Starbucks if we needed any help? Coffee shops have been a social meeting place since its invention. Let's take a look at where coffee beans come from. Coffee beans are made from a cherry produced from a coffee tree. The National Coffee Association is cited as saying that coffee cherries grow along the tree's branches, and it takes nearly a year for a cherry to mature after the flowering of the fragrant white blossom. It has been estimated that there are anywhere from 25 to 100 species of coffee plants. There are only two types of species that are used to make coffee, the Arabica and the Robusta. Arabica coffee represents about 70% of the world's coffee production, and Robusta accounts for the other 30%, and that's according to the National Coffee Association. Coffee also has several health benefits, including that it can help protect your brain. Coffee drinkers are more likely to resist development of dementia and Alzheimer's later in life, and that's from Kristen Kirkpatrick from the Huffington Post. No one is exactly sure how coffee was discovered, but legend says that a man in Ethiopia watched his goats eat these cherries off of a tree and then get bursts of energy. The word quickly spread to Arabia, where they started to cultivate the coffee. Then it spread all over the world. Now it is cultivated in more than 50 countries and traded and sold throughout the world. You can easily go to your local grocery store and buy coffee beans, whole or ground, from anywhere in the world. From Africa to Indonesia to South America, back to Jamaica. There were about 20,000 coffee shop businesses in the U.S. with a combined revenue of $10 billion in 2011, according to Fresh Research. According to the latest National Coffee Drinkers study from the National Coffee Association, 40% of 18 to 24-year-olds are drinking coffee each day. This is a sharp rise from the 31% of this age group who said they enjoyed a daily dose of Java in 2010. The study also found that over 75% of U.S. adults drink coffee, and 58% are reported drinking coffee daily. So the study is finding that most adults enjoy their cup of joe on a daily basis, and that despite economic problems, we're still like a great cup of coffee. Coffee is a staple in our culture, no matter your age, your race, or your gender. Whether you need it to wake up in the morning or keep you awake while writing a paper. There are several different reasons to drink coffee. One in particular is that it will help you sober up after a night of partying. It also helps calm your nerves and keeps you awake while you're studying. Coffee will also help keep you warm when it's cold outside. The next time you're brewing a cup at home, or going to a local coffee shop to get that wonderful cup of coffee, remember this presentation and the information about different kinds of coffee. Explore the many flavors that coffee have, and you will be able to taste other countries and their cultures. Several great choices include Kona, Sumatra, Jamaican Blue Mountain, and Guatemalan coffees. My favorite is the Jamaican Blue Mountain because it has a smooth, rich chocolate undertone, and it's naturally sweet enough not to need any sugar. If you don't want to spend $58 a pound on that special coffee, then my next choice is the Kona coffee. Kona beans are grown in Hawaii, and you can tell because they have a flowery, tropical flavor. There are several coffee shops around Abilene as well. We even have our very own on campus, Java City. I want you to try different kinds of coffee and see which one you like the best, and then let me know. Thank you.